you can always find your way into a game, and you can for any team, and I don't care who it is, whether it's the Redskins or the Packers.
No matter how sold out it is.
Doesn't matter. There's always a way in. And the waiting list was around the general admission tickets, and so we had club seats. But basically we looked at it, Steve and I and some of the other new executives at the Redskins, and we said, listen, let's let people know that we have some tickets for sale.
Right.
Let's make sure that they're available, because the truth is the best deal anyone's ever going to get is from buying it directly with the team.
Right.
We want to have a relationship directly with them, as opposed to them going to buy it on Ticketmaster, secondary, or on StubHub. We want to have that relationship because we want to be able to have a conversation with them.
And your challenge is, this is not exclusive to the Redskins. It's teams in the NFL, other sports as well, is the fan that thinks, well, I'm going to sit at home with my 70-inch TV. I don't have to venture out to the stadium. That's where you have to let people know all the new advantages of coming to FedEx Field, all the upgrades, what's going on there, that they're missing out if they don't actually come out to FedEx or whatever stadiums in the NFL, that you're going to provide some sort of experiences above what they can get from watching at home.
Listen, the at-home experience has gotten amazing over the last 15 years, and it's certainly easier to sit in your living room and watch on your 70-inch. The truth of the matter is it's not better, though. There is no better way to watch an NFL game than to be in that stadium and share that experience with 70,000 people. And what we need to do inside the stadium, and I did a lot of this when I was at the league office, is encourage teams to up the game day experience, because we have to keep pace with that television experience. The television experience continues to evolve and get better. We need to continue to evolve and get better inside the stadium, and that's what we're working on.
And one of the biggest things we've done for the time we've been here, incredible focus on the game day experience. So the entire game presentation, for example, is now being run by a completely new group of people that are working for the Redskins as opposed to being out, contracted outside.
Right.
And all of the focus is on improving the every minute experience for each fan in there and making it more Redskins centric.
I've seen the renderings of, is it the West
fan
end
zone.
Stadium? Yep. The pavilion there looks awesome from what I've seen.
It's going to be a great experience, and similar to you've seen in other NFL stadiums, or even at Nationals Park, where there's a place for you to sort of walk around and congregate, and there's a bar and 20 new HD TVs and still see the field. I
felt like in the past that was only really available to club level. Club level I loved, but if I couldn't get in the club level, I wasn't as interested.
Yeah, this gives something for everybody. And what we want to ultimately do in the stadium is make sure that there's a product for everybody who wants to come to a Redskins game, and not everybody wants to watch the game the same way. And one of the challenges in an older building like FedEx Field is that it was built at a different time and people watched in a different way. And so what we're trying to do is to make some updates so that we can, serve everybody's needs in the way that they want to see our game.
Somebody threw this out there, and I don't know the league rules, and I thought it was interesting that so many people are into fantasy, and so many people are into watching multiple games that they will watch Red Zone. Is it possible when you're going to a Redskins game, there's a lot of downtime between plays, between timeouts, and all those things, to flash other games a little bit more often and show almost a red zone experience where you're seeing those type of things?
There is, and there's a couple of ways to do it. So we're going to have cut-ins from other games. You're going to see that in the HD TVs around the stadium, and we're going to do more of it on the main video board. The other thing is, if you're a season ticket member, you actually get Red Zone on your phone for free.
That's awesome.
So that's one of the benefits that you have for being a season ticket member, and so people can sit there in the stadium and check in on that while they're at FedEx Field.
And people are doing that anyways. They were doing that at games anyways. So the goal is to also improve the Wi-Fi experience so that people can stream everything they want whenever they want. So that's that was one of the more important things we focused on as well.
And while we're talking about the fan experience, which is great, the main thing we want to do, we want to grab back the home field advantage at FedEx Field. I think that, I've been to a lot of several years, maybe isn't, as great as it can be.
No, you're right. You're right about that.
How,
there really wasn't.
How do you go about changing that, though? Winning is obviously paramount.
Well, you
but
get people
other than that,
buying tickets, I think, directly from you versus the secondhand market would be one thing, right?
That's exactly right. So the more season ticket members we have, and then encouraging them to come, and doing that through making it a more valuable experience. So if you're a season ticket member now, first of all, you're going to pay less money than anybody else to get into that game. $20 to $30 less when you figure in the fees that you have to pay to buy an individual game ticket. So we're making it affordable.
What about the parking? Parking's been a little bit prohibitive, I'd say.
Parking's something, honestly, we haven't dug into yet, but it's something we're going to look at. But we did deal with the concession pricing. So if you're a season ticket member now, you get pricing that is better than anybody else's inside the stadium. And the cool thing about it is, if you sell your ticket to somebody else, they don't get it. So if you sell your ticket to a Giants fan or an Eagles fan, no discount on
the discounts on
Now, how does that work? Explain how that works.
Sure, because you're going to buy it through StubHub or Ticketmaster, and so we know from the barcode that it's been transferred, and as soon as it's transferred, you don't get that discount. So a season ticket member who comes to the game, you're going to get the best value
So
than
when you go to the
else.
cashier, you hand them your ticket stub or whatever on your phone.
You got your phone,
Yeah.
and it's going to scan the phone,
and it's
going
to
to
give you the
discount.
price.
That's right.
Okay.